Foodcue Consulting Company. Most restaurants have at least one negative review or critic. It's almost expected to have at least one negative review or critic. At Foodcue Consulting, we want to make sure any criticism or negative feedback is more of a preferential difference rather than actual facts. Our company is a startup. We saw how a lot of consulting companies weren't being as detailed in providing quality guidance. We've worked with other companies on a national level. We do everything with integrity. Our mission is to provide people with quality guidance. For marketing, we're active on social media, and we attend social events. We believe as a restaurant owner, it's important to know and understand the qualities and aspects that can improve your restaurant. My name is Nife, and I'm the administrative assistant for Foodcue Consulting. I've always had interest in the restaurant business. After college, I graduated, I got my degree in business admin, and I got employed. With me being passionate with the restaurant business in all aspects, I implement that to the work I do for the company. I conduct myself with integrity, and I think it's possible for a restaurant to have a 5 out of 5 star review that's not based off bias. And that possibility, I think, is what all restaurant owners should strive towards getting. The restaurant I reviewed is Gypsy Kitchen, which is in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a stylish modern restaurant. They have Spanish snacks. They have hints of Indian and Moroccan in their menu. For service options, they offer dine-in and curbside pickup. Some of their top competitors are True Sound American's Bistro, The Turnhouse, Five West, and Antoni's Restaurant. Gypsy Kitchen has great variety in the type of food served. One customer left a review saying the place was good for dinner. They have good varieties of cocktails. Each one is a must try. Gypsy Kitchen also has a great atmosphere, which is very great because most restaurants can get a little bit rowdy. A customer left a review saying, first of all, we went here on a date night and had a wonderful time. The atmosphere was perfect. Gypsy Kitchen also has great service. A customer left a review saying, first of all, the service was great and we tried some new dishes. These are 3 things that all restaurants could strive to get, and I think Gypsy Kitchen is doing great in those aspects. There are some things that could be fixed, such as the quality of service. A customer left a review saying, worst service ever. Literally, I'm sitting here right now. The restaurant is empty. The menu of the restaurant can also be improved. A customer left a review saying they don't have a good menu, so we left and ate at the restaurant in front of Southern Gentleman, which was the bomb. That's another restaurant, so see how that works. Another criticism would be the quality of food served at Gypsy Kitchen. That seems like a cliche criticism, but it just seems like that's a criticism here. The atmosphere is great for drinks, but the food, the service, and the crowd were terrible. That's a review from another customer. Those are things that a restaurant cannot afford to be lacking on. I think in life in general, it's impossible to please everyone, but you can develop a reputation for being great at what you do. Gypsy Kitchen, compared to its top competitors, is a great restaurant to dine at. Some reviews at the other restaurants like True Sound American's Bistro, which is Gypsy Kitchen's top competitor, says the food was not as good as it looks and had no taste whatsoever. Another review says very disappointed in how long we waited for our food. So Gypsy Kitchen isn't perfect, but looking at some of the negative reviews, your restaurant gets everything right, apart from a thing or two. You guys don't have a problem with variety and atmosphere. You shouldn't be concerned about those things. I will be giving some recommendations for the restaurant. As a company, we have a few recommendations we would like to make to your restaurant, Gypsy Kitchen. The first is improving the service at the restaurant. Many customers had great things to say about most aspects of the restaurant except the service at the restaurant. Waiters can improve the mood and attitude, which will help customers enjoy the experience at the restaurant. Your restaurant can also improve its menu by making it less complicated and simple. If your restaurant can improve the menu, customers will be able to go in there, order things as quickly as possible, and they'll be able to have their food in no time. The last thing I will that I and our company would recommend is improving the quality of food at the restaurant. That seems like a cliche thing to say for a restaurant as a criticism, but as a restaurant, if you improve your food by either hiring the best cooking staff or a top chef, that will doing that will ensure that you have the most important thing that a restaurant can have, which is the quality of their food. Some threats that I see that this restaurant has is the service. There are other restaurants that have better service. Many people might not show up to this restaurant based on the service, even if the food is perfect. Another threat is the time management. People want to have their food as early as possible, as quick as possible, so that needs to be fixed immediately. And the crowd management, nobody wants to eat at a place that's too rowdy, and that could turn people off from showing up at the restaurant. In conclusion, managing restaurants reviews is very important. There's nothing wrong with criticism, but if it's ignored or not acknowledged, things can go downhill. Improving the service aspect for this restaurant would do such amazing things. It already has a great atmosphere, which people will gravitate towards. I enjoy having the opportunity to help this company manage the reviews and provide recommendations for it. You can contact our company at foodcueconsultant@gmail.com and by phone at 770-777-3571. We have t-shirts available to you as a way of saying thank you for spending time with us. Contact us anytime, and thank you for choosing to work with us. It's very appreciated.